Hello and welcome to News Plus on Vira Television. My name is Patient Sidi. Vice President Kashim Shettima has arrived in the United States of America to participate in the African Development Bank World Food Prize to be held in Iowa. The Special Assistant to the President on Media and Communication Office of the Vice President, Stanley Nkocha, disclosed this in a statement saying the Vice President, who is the special guest at the event, will also deliver the keynote address. The event, facilitated by the Noma E. Bolag International Dialogue, will commence on Tuesday, October 4th, 2023. Shettima is also expected to hold high-stake meetings with manufacturers, investors, and top government officials across some states of the U.S. The statement added that Shettima will use the platform to speak to potentialities and endowments of Nigeria's agricultural sector, woo investors, and push for commitments to achieving President Bola Tinubu's mandate and programs for Nigeria's agri-food sector. The Minister for Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Musa Dangiwa, has reiterated the commitment of the federal government to provide affordable shelter to Nigerians. Musa Dangiwa made the disclosure in Kankia, Katsina State, at a reception and prayer session organized by the Kankia local government area in his honor. He thanked Governor Dikko Rather for submitting his name for the ministerial position and also lauded Tinubu for accepting to forward his name to the Senate for screening and confirmation. The minister also thanked the people of the local government for organizing the event and promised to reciprocate the gesture through the hard work, dedication to duty, and trustworthiness, vowing to be a good ambassador of the state. He therefore urged the people to pray to Allah to enable the minister discharge his duty diligently, adding that the government knew the situation people found themselves. That was why they always designed policies to bring succor to them. Lagos and Kano have been listed as the top two states from which the highest number of beneficiaries will be selected in the ongoing applications for the federal government's 3 billion technical 3 million technical talent program. According to the implementation plan released by the Minister of Communication, Innovation and Digital Economy, Dr. Bosun Tijani, in phase 1 of the programs targeting 30,000 trainees, 2,040 will be selected from Lagos. Kano State is the second largest beneficiary with 1,628 trainees to be selected in the first phase of the program. While the ministry did not state the criteria for allocating the numbers, it may not be unconnected with the population, as Lagos and Kano are the two most populous states in Nigeria. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, Kano and Lagos had a population of 13 million and 12.5 million respectively as of 2016. Other top states in terms of beneficiaries to be selected for the first phase of the program include Rivers 1,450, Oyo 1,327, Delta 1,212, Kaduna 1,155, Ogun 1,043, Imo 1,030, and Akwa Ibom 1,004. All other states will have less than 1,000 trainees to complete the first 30,000. After the retirement of Justice Amina on September 22, 2023, and the death of the Justice Chima Nweze on July 31, 2023, another Justice of the Supreme Court, Musa Dattijo, will officially retire from the bench on Friday, October 20, 2023. With this development, the Apex Court has been reduced to 10 justices, 11 short of 21 stipulated by Section 230, subsection 2 of the 1999 Constitution. Announcing Dattijo's retirement on Sunday in a statement, the court spokesperson, Festus Akande said a valedictory court session will be held in his honor on Friday. According to Akande, the special court session is to be presided over by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Olukayode Ariwola, who will be customarily pay tribute to Justice Musa Dattijo alongside other major stakeholders in the nation's justice sector. The Independent National Electoral Commission has dismissed allegations that some of its officials were configuring biometric voter accreditation system BVAS machine in Kogi State Government House, Lokoja, ahead of the November 11 governorship election in the state. While describing the allegation as baseless, the commission urged Nigerians to disregard the claim as the individuals mentioned in the report are currently not in any way close to Lokoja. INEC was reacting to the claim made by the director of new media of the Social Democratic Party governorship campaign team in Kogi State, ID Ijele, where he alleged that 3 staff of INEC are maliciously reconfiguring the BVAS machine in the government house, Lokoja, with the intention of manipulating the forthcoming governorship election in a part of the state in favor of a candidate. Chief Press Secretary to the Chairman of the Commission, Rotimi Oyakami, in a statement clarified that configuration of BVAS is done simultaneously and exclusively in the Commission's office in Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi states, professionally and strictly handled by teams deployed from the national headquarters, Abuja. One of Nigeria's most important oil pipelines has been broken for months. Hence, the country is resorting to a fleet of small river-going tankers to increase oil production. Africa's largest producer has begun utilizing the tiny ships to transport a new grade of oil, Nembe Creek, up on the Niger Delta and onto an ocean-going ship section station of the state nation coast. According to the export leading programs, Nigeria is slated to lead or to load roughly 65,000 barrels per day of the new Nembe Creek grade this month, and the following most of the decrease in flows from Bonny will be replaced by that stuff and true entirely. This is part of the effort by the government to increase output before OPEC to vote on new oil production restriction. Previously, the same oil was transported to the Bonny terminal, which is run by Shell PLC via the Nembe Creek trunk pipeline, according to a Bloomberg report. We'll be taking a break, and when we come back, we have more news on News Plus. Do stay with us.
Good morning, gentlemen. I'm at the Envoy Hotel, Diplomatic Drive 305, here for a business weekend. It's been an amazing stay. Conference hall and business facilities here are stylish and innovative. The Envoy Hotel is luxury, esoteric, opulence, for ultimate comfort.
more than just a place to stay. We are an icon of comfort, style, and thoughtful luxury. We are Envoy Hotel.
The Presidential Election Petition Tribunal has dismissed an application filed by the Independent National Election
Viewer Television, now airing in FCT Abuja. Adamawa.
From Bauchi, following the order of
youths in Bauchi under the
Bauchi. Boronu. Gombe. Plateau. Taraba. Viewer TV. News from a vantage point.
Welcome back from the break. If you're just joining us, this is News Plus on Viewer Television. The Federal Capital Territory Emergency Management Agency has warned residents against going through flood water to prevent avoidable death. The Director Forecasting Response and Mitigation, Firma Florence, gave the warning in an interview with the newsman in Abuja. She also, while reacting to the demise of a 31-year-old motorcyclist in Abuja on Friday, appealed to residents to listen to FEMA's warning to save their lives from untimely and preventable death. The disease identified as Yakubu Lucky after a heavy downpour on Friday defied warnings from the local divers stationed at Dogon Gada in Lokogoma district of the FCT by FEMA. Drove into a pool of water and drowned. She said that the sad incident was avoidable, stressing that FEMA barricaded the roads to stop people from going in and out of the community whenever the road was flooded. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency says its operatives have arrested a 40-year-old Madrid, Spain-based businessman, Sharif Ebu Ali, at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, while attempting to board on Air France flight to Paris. France also, they discovered he ingested illicit drugs, and the earlier said Ebu was arrested on the 14th of October after a body scanner. A search revealed he was robbed of illicit drugs in his stomach. According to the anti-narcotic agency, the suspect was subsequently placed under observation at the exhibit recovery room, where he excreted 93 pellets of heroin weighing 2.22 kilograms. The NDLA Directors of Media and Advocacy, Femi Babafemi, in a statement said the suspect claimed he works at a chicken hatchery farm in Madrid, Spain, and is also into drug trafficking business. Babafemi also announced that the NDLA operative at the narco import shed of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos, and seized a consignment of 10 cartons containing 500,000 pills of tramadol, 225 milligram branded as Tempadol. Adamawa State Governor Amadou Fintri has warned government officials against engaging in unwholesome activities that have a tendency to spur them into engaging in corruption while discharging their official functions. The governor made the call while delivering a keynote addressing at a two-day retreat organized by the Adamawa State government in collaboration with USAID Nigeria and GIS for commissioners and permanent secretaries at the AUN Hotel in Yola. Governor Fintri said the theme of The retreat, which is captioned Consolidating on Good Governance Issues and Perspective for Adamawa State, will provide them with an opportunity to be equipped with knowledge for the task ahead. The governor further reiterated his zero tolerance for corruption. He vowed to penalize government officials found wanting in violating the directives and called on them to be prudent in the management of the state resources.
In your various offices and roles as top government officials of this administration, I call on you to be cost conscious. If there is a project we can do for 1 naira, let's do it for 1 naira and not 2 naira. I will not hesitate to reject memos which seek to plunge the state into bankruptcy, to mitigate corruption and demolish the bumpy trap that might tempt you into unwholesome tendencies.
For the vision of His Excellency to be achieved, all of us, we are charged to pursue diligently with all vigor His Excellency's 8-point agenda. The tasks ahead can be and will be challenging and daunting. However, as a government led by Governor Fintri, there exists a roadmap that will put us all on a solid footing.
Kaduna State Governor Senator Uba Sani has approved the sum of 3.1 billion naira for the payment of gratuity for retirees and death benefits for families of the deceased under the Defined Benefit Scheme and Contributory Pension Scheme. This development is in line with the fulfillment of his political manifesto in promoting good governance for the people of Kaduna State.
Today I'm happy to announce to you that from tomorrow, by the grace of God, the 3 billion naira will be given to those retirees, as well as paying death benefits to those that have served our state. And I must also commend our retirees because they have been extremely very supportive of our government. I want to assure them we will continue to care for everyone.
Still in the affairs of Kaduna State, the governor has stated that there cannot be peace and security in the state when 80% of the citizens, especially those in the rural areas, are living in abject poverty. The governor made this statement during the inauguration of the State Interreligious Harmony Committee as the quest for a peaceful Kaduna State takes center stage.
We have over 80% of those living in rural communities living below the poverty line. For me, it's unacceptable. That is something that the leadership must be worried about. And I believe it's within our responsibility to address the problem.
So we are willing to show a difference in Kaduna State if the door is open. And we can assure you that those who are lying using God's name, the business is over.
The main aim of this program is to integrate religious leaders and stakeholders as part of governance and development in Kaduna State. He wants to see a Kaduna State where religious leaders are part and parcel of the government plan.
In an effort to address the challenges of out-of-school children in Bauchi, particularly in the rural areas where cases of school dropout is on the increase, the chairman Das local government area of Bauchi State, Comrade Muhammad Jibo, has embarked on an advocacy visit around communities in the area to discuss way forward with traditional and religious leaders aimed at encouraging parents to send their children back to school. Bauchi State correspondent Awa Hassan reports that during the visit, Comrade Jibo constituted a committee which is saddled with the responsibility of ensuring parents comply with the instruction of sending their children to school. Now let's check the report.
It is a shame to be enumerated among the states that have the highest prevalence of out-of-school children.
Worried by the deteriorating state of education in Bauchi, where a recent statistic of the UNESCO ranked the state as having the highest number of out-of-school children, Governor Bala Muhammad is deeply concerned about ways through which this unpleasant record can be revised. This informs the decision of the caretaker committee chairman of this local government area, Comrade Muhammad Jibo, to embark on a tour to all the wards in the area, so as to identify the root cause of the school dropout and come up with possible solutions through collaboration with the ward heads.
Recently, His Excellency the Executive Governor of Bauchi has declared a state of emergency in education. He has expressed his concern over the deteriorating rate of educational subsector, particularly the school dropouts, So we are embarking on this tour to mobilize our parents, our students to be enrolled in school.
The roles of traditional and religious leaders towards encouraging parents to send their children to school cannot be underestimated, which is why they have to be fully involved in this move. Each of the community visited by the caretaker chairman, a committee is being constituted. Also, as a way of encouraging those who have dropped out of school and now return, Comrade Jibo pledged to render the necessary support to individuals to be able to continue their study.
All those people that have been searched and enrolled back to school, we are going to provide them with the uniforms, with the books, and other things that will motivate them to go to school.
In Polchi community, Sere Kefas, Ashur Abdulhamid and Nazib are some of the enrollees who have dropped out of school due to some challenges.
I leave the school because of the issue of school fees. Sometimes I'll see that I get the money that I'll go to school, but I used to try my best to get the money, but the thing goes so it's going difficult for me to get the money. So I just decided to leave the school and got married.
Rayuwar ta dan canja ko ba haka ba, kasancewan iyaye ba su da karfi da kuma yadda za su taimake mu wajen uniform da littattafai da kuma wani kudin dai makaranta haka nan registration ba karfi, so yasa maka bar makaranta kuma kaga ba mai tallafa mana.
Mun je makarantar mun dawo ma ba abin da mu ci a gida. To in mun yi karatun bare wani zama ma akan mu ba, saboda sakamakon ga lissafi akan mu dai fara shiga kan mutum muna kananu.
They said, now that they are enrolled back to school with the help of the caretaker chairman, the sky is their limit. Also of concern is the security issues, in which cases of kidnapping and banditry are becoming more and more pronounced in the area. Comrade Jibo further solicits the support and cooperation of the community leaders in the area to help in fishing out criminals and their hideouts. Awal Hassan, Viewer TV News, Bauchi.
And now on the international scene, Argentines went to the polls as frustrated voters weighed handing the presidency to an anti-establishment right-wing populist who has shaken off the political system and pledges to drastically overhaul the state. Javier Milei, a self-described anarcho capitalist who admires former U.S. President Donald Trump, sent shockwaves through the nation after receiving the most votes in August primaries. The economist and first-year lawmaker said he will slash public spending, halve the number of government ministries, eliminate the central bank, and replace the local currency with the U.S. dollar. He first made a name for himself with angry tirades blasting what he calls the political caste on television, and has gained support from Argentines struggling to make ends meet amid annual inflation of 140% and a rapidly depreciating currency. His platform also calls for reshaping Argentine culture, and he cast himself as a crusader against the sinister forces of socialism at home and abroad. Polling stations are only open for a few hours on Sunday as the vast majorities of Swiss voters post their ballots in the few weeks leading up to Election Day. The wealthy European country of 8.8 million people is voting for all 200 seats in the National Council lower house of Parliament and all 46 in the Council of State upper chamber. The Council of State, which represent the cantons that make up Switzerland, is dominated by the center-right, the center and the right-wing party called the FDP. The Liberals' election by majority vote rarely changed the balance. In the lower house, where proportional representation is used, the right-wing populist Swiss People Party is on course to consolidate its position on the biggest political force. Meanwhile, the Greens are expected to side ground back to the Social Democrat, according to the opinion polls. Now, Pope Francis pleaded for the end to the Hamas-Israeli conflict amid fears it could widen and called for more humanitarian aid to be allowed into the Gaza Strip. Hamas militants stormed into Israel from the Gaza Strip on October 7, killing at least 1,400 people. Israel's retaliation bombing campaign has killed more than 4,300 Palestinians, mainly civilians, according to the Hamas own health ministry, and reduced swathes of densely populated Gaza to smoldering ruins. Alarm has grown about a humanitarian crisis in Gaza, where Israel has cut off water, food and power. A first trickle of the aid entered the besieged strip on Sunday, but UN officials said the 20 strokes permitted to cross were not enough given the catastrophic humanitarian situation for 2.4 million people. President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed and Prime Minister of the Republic of Singapore Lee Hsien Loong discussed the deep-rooted relations and comprehensive partnership between the two countries and explore avenues for development to serve mutual interests. Additionally, they addressed a range of regional and international issues and development of shared concern. The meeting took place during the reception of the Singaporean Prime Minister as Al-Watan in Abu Dhabi, where the Prime Minister conveyed the greetings of Taman, President of Singapore, and his wishes for the continued progress and prosperity of the UAE. In return, His Highness the President underscored his aspiration that this visit will advance ties between the UAE and Singapore in all vital sectors aligned with the developmental priorities of both nations. During the meeting, both sides reviewed cooperation and opportunities to develop relations, especially in the fields of economic investment, education, and tourism. And that's how much we can take on News Plus. My name is Patience CD. Many thanks for watching. Do stay tuned and enjoy the rest of our programs.